Now I did a survey online asking men what they felt would be the best makeup look for me. And this is it. Put a bag over your head. And what this is for actually is you need one piece of cloth to cover your head, so when you're pulling on a tight sweater or dress or taking it off, it doesn't interfere with your makeup. It doesn't smudge your makeup. Also doesn't get on your clothes. Cost you dry cleaning, and I promised 7-second makeup look. This is it. If you get a female mask, you can try wigs and dresses without having to do your whole makeup, and it's actually been quite a help to me. I've had this for 25 or 30 years. Still going. I painted it myself. Female masks are pretty expensive. Now the 30-second makeup look is you put on a wig that covers your brows, so you don't have to do your brows. And your soap-ular and glasses. And you take your makeup, which will consist of lipstick only. There's one hair right in the middle of where I need to be. For the lack of a nail, a shoe was lost. For lack of a shoe, a horse was lost. And for lack of a horse, the war was lost. The history of drag, one small thing ruining half your day. No eyebrows, no eyelashes, no eyeliner. There. Yesterday's there's always some rouge left on the brush. And I get whiteness here after I shave, so there's something on. There. Ready to go? Somewhere. Okay, so we'll carry on with real stuff. I'm feeling sexy today, but I'm too lazy to do anything about it. Okay, I'm seeing my doctor next week about that. This is a brown powder called California Beeman. Make a little bit of cleavage. of people recommend using natural light to do your makeup. I'm in Canada, we don't have natural light. The light we do have is reflected off the snow. I'll put a triangle in here and go right down between to the bottom, reverse triangle. Okay, so for the best eyebrows, go look at Elizabeth Taylor photographs. She did it better than everyone. I did find my proper brush I've been using for eyelids, but it again is missing. I think I have poltermice. I found a brown pencil in the battles they call my bathroom. If you've seen those new style war movies they make about the Middle East, desert warfare, they film those in my bathroom. Oh, this is pretty dark. Darker than the one I had before. It's like I could almost make a crease with it. And this is the problem with pencils, they leave crumble. So I'm going to heat it up between my fingers and see if I can make it more makeupable. It does come off more easily, but now too much. And I'm committed to trying to make a perfect crease on hooded eyes. Best person for crease is Cher. So if you combined Elizabeth Taylor's eyebrow talent with Cher's crease talent, you'll get an education that'll put you ahead of the game a bit. I'm just starting this series. This is number 5, so I'm trying to pull all my makeup together. I have eye primer, which I still have left into the other room. The eye primer will protect the skin and the eyelid from the chemicals in the makeup. And anything you put on your skin is in your liver 5 minutes later. So. Okay, this pencil I will be able to use, but very, very carefully. I've got too much on this side already. Have to even up. This is Marcel makeup from France. Usually pretty good. Now, eyeliner. One of the main, if you take drawing, if you watch Hollywood movies, they always give the movie star a dark line, very dark line above, and not necessarily down below. And the best place to see that is a movie called Syriana. The main lead girl has that. She's in a park with 2 other girls, and she has the big dark line on top, and she stands up from the group. And don't blink, because this will transfer to the bottom. Give it a minute to congeal again. Oh. Prove how dedicated I am. I'm watching the movie Syriana, and everyone else is watching it for George Clooney, and I'm going, who did the makeup? Smudged in the corner. Don't blink. I'm going to try to take that out by spinning a Q-tip on it. See that? Little dots of makeup. There, I got it. Now, with my mild brown pencil, I'm going to join the bottom of the eyebrow to the nose, and if you can see the product, you've used too much. This is an illusion. You can't see the line, but it has to be there. Now, if you want, you could come down the nose with this, but I'm not going to do that today. and make a couple of other changes. I'm going to use powder for contouring, and bring the cheeks right in, creating a triangle at the bottom. And you just have to work with what you do have. Don't worry about it. You want to create this shape at the bottom, not this shape. So that can be done with shading. Now there's going to be some left over on this brush, so I put it on the side of the nose and pull up. And this will give you a very subtle shading. Get rid of this, take it back. See? Make the nose look just a little bit narrower by darkening down the nostrils. A little tap on the white that shows up there. Upon reflection, I'll bring this just a little bit lower. And I'm going to do the lips properly. Let's have more time. Add more lipstick. There you are. One of the funny things that can happen is if you got black stilettos, black nylons, black mini dress, black bra, fishnets, and a drawer full of that. If you're in a hurry and you open your drawer, you can't see anything because everything's black. The bottom lip is symmetrical. It's almost perfect, so I'm not going to mess with it. This is the, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. The theory of using these, I have a magnifying mirror. If you get it perfect in this kind of detail, it's going to look good when you get back a bit. That's all I'm going to do with that. And instead of getting sticky, gloss all over my lips, I'm going to use a highlighter powder right on the curvature part. Trying a new color today, which I won't use again. It's a little too obvious. The impression of gloss without having gloss. we'll just gloss over not having glass. So what have I done here? Okay. So the actual use of this cloth is, now that I've done my makeup, especially if I had a full foundation, with foundation everywhere, color and false eyelashes, you don't want to mess this up by pulling something over your head. So you get this and go, and you're done. It's magical. Yeah. You get 3 looks out of this. You can get the this one. I forget the lady's name. You can just show the eyebrows, or you can hide the eyebrows. I don't know how long that was, but it wasn't very long. The reason I'm doing this is I'm going down to the river. Angels are watching my show. The hormones in female pull this bone down and the tip of the nose up. So to recreate that, if you put highlighter there, it's like light is shining down on an area that's a little more like that, reflecting off at a 45-degree angle, and the tip. And then this is day makeup. There's always leftovers from the day before. Just put it here. I'll highlight your cheeks a little. Later on in this series, I'm going to get into how to get rid of most of this. And the most interesting trick I discovered for these deep lines is if you put concealer all over here and your foundation all over here, and you'll still have the line. So you take an even lighter concealer or something like that, and you get a very, very knife edge brush, and you bounce up and down in there, and you color the top and bottom of that shadow, and eventually it will disappear. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to change to a different wig and put on a dress. This is part 2 of video 5. Sounds like I'm looking for a second chance on a halfway house on a halfway street, in a one-way street. I want to do some shout outs and directions. The reason I'm doing this is it's my joy. I come down here every day and I make a video. I've been doing political videos for 6 years, but this is what I'd rather be doing. So in following makeup tutorials, they're mostly very young people with perfect skin, perfect bone structure, and a lot of experience. And there's very little said for the people who don't have that. Someone named Patty does this, and I got a lot of inspiration from Misty Moments. She's very kind and does little hint videos with not a hint of ego. So I thought, since I'm older, that I would share what I've learned to try to take Winston Churchill or Alfred Hitchcock and make them semi-passable. So some people on the net who are very helpful is there's a lady called Ali Arts, A-L-I Arts. She's Russian. She's a singer. She's pretty. She does all about hair, all about skull shapes, all about what hair goes on what skull shapes, skin tone, clothing. She covers everything. And again, not in a look at me, I'm beautiful sense, just is trying to help people. There's a French woman called Justine LACONTE, L-A-C-O-N-T-E with a little slash. She also does hair color, skull shape, skin color, hair against the skull, hair against the skin tone, jewelry, clothing. She's French. She knows a lot about French style. And there's another one, a website called Jet Set Babes. There's a lady there who teaches elegance and femininity, and she's very, very helpful with everything. There's probably more content there than anywhere else, and it's all about hair, hairstyle, speech, how to walk, what to wear, what goes with what, matching, you know, everything that there is to being a classy, elegant female force in the world. Now I joined this and I was in a bar and I saw a Jet Set Babe, and I walked over to her and I said, "Are you a Jet Set Babe?" And she said, "Yes, I saw you sitting there." So we had a moment. Something I left out of, I think, video number 3 is the 2 things I would recommend. One of them was get a professional makeup job by a person who understands drag, and take a picture of it, put it on your wall. The other thing is to buy a real human hair wig. Spend the money. I have, as I said, 30 wigs or so. 10 are trash. A lot of the mid-range ones are the same wig in different colors. I bought them because they were cheap, and I realized it's the same look. And maybe 7 to 10 good wigs, of which this is one. One of the very feminine looks is straight hair down here and curly ends. I was wearing this wig and a mustard color one-piece dress with a belt, sitting at my favorite haunt, and I had 15 men lined up, 3 rows of 5 in front of me trying to pick me up, because I was sitting on a stool with my legs hanging out and I looked feminine. So even though I'm in my 70s, I'm looking good. There's a couple of books on makeup as well you could look at. I can't remember the name yet, but he is the master of the people who do all the Hollywood makeup. It might be Richard O'Coin, I'm not sure. I'll look it up and put it on the next video. You might also look at getting a book on drawing or art. and learn what puts the face together. You can put a face together with a circle, which you make with a compass, and then taking the compass and doing certain things with it, you find out this line and this line. The eyes are halfway down the skull and not at the top. Everything, even the mouth, everything comes out. It's all geometry, which God used to make the human head, and then the gravity of the planets, your astrology, pulls on the baby, and after you're born, which is why the birthday is so important, you get out of the insulation of your mother, you get slammed with all the cosmic gravities and vibrations, and that sets your endocrine system in a certain way, and then you get a type. You're either tall and thin, short and fat, wide face, skinny face, which is why the horoscope business is still in existence. It's a slight and mild spin-off of astrotheology, which is what I'm talking about. And not to worry about what you received, because it's all mechanical, and you have to work with what you have. I used to do security at a costume store, and I was there dressed, and I said to the lady, I look like a Greek mother-in-law at a wedding. And she said, there's lots of women that look like you. I'm a type. And I hadn't quite put that together. And it doesn't mean I'm not acceptable. There's a comedian, Mexican comedian, and her album is called Not Blonde, Not Skinny. She's gorgeous. She's very, very, very sexy, very attractive. And then you have someone like Ann Coulter. She's tall, she's willowy blonde, the long blonde hair, the long legs, articulate, educated, probably a genius because she speaks so well on complicated subjects. And she's being attacked from all sides. So theoretically, she's got it all going on. Oh, Ann Coulter, you know. So you can't win for losing. Short addendum to this. There's a guy here with a dog, Labrador Rottweiler or something. It's cold here. It's probably 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The river here is very cold. It comes down from glaciers. It's windy, it's raining, and he's throwing a ball out into the river, and the dog is very happily swimming out to get it. And the dog's so smart, he knows the river's flowing about 10 miles an hour, so when the guy throws the ball out, the dog doesn't try to swim right to it. He runs at the bank about 40 feet, jumps in, and swims down with the current, nails the ball, and comes out. This is verve for living, and we adults used to do that when we were children. Used to run around, ride our bikes, jump in the lake, wrestle, tussle, climb trees and eat cherries. How long has it been since you did that? So we're going to end with a phrase, which is the two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why.